Zika virus has been accidentally found from the Zika forest of Uganda while they were doing studies on yellow fever, which is very common and is also spread by the mosquitoes. Zika has been now thought that it is causing a special problem for the pregnant females, and because there has been a lot of increase in microcephaly. Microcephaly is when the kids' brains are smaller, and these kids has a kind of brain damage, and so this is a kind of very serious concern. Prior to 2015 January, around 0.5% kids were born in Brazil with microcephaly. So that's around 0.5 per 10,000. But in the later half, after the July to 2015 to the end of July 2015, there has been more than 3,000 cases been noted. So from 25 to 30 cases versus 3,000 cases. So there is a suspicion that Zika virus is responsible for creating this the abnormality in the fetus heads, although that has been clearly established yet. So I certainly will not love to travel with the Zika virus if there is a pregnant female or you want to get pregnant. So it's absolutely no. Looking at the current evidence and circumstances, but I feel bad for the cases who are living in that areas where the Zika virus is causing a epidemic kind of problem right now. So if you're traveling or you're living in that area, the simple things you can do is mosquito repellents, wearing long sleeves. I'm not in favor of using chemicals like DEET and type of stuff because it neurologically damages. The permethrin is also another kind of, but it's also a toxic stuff, neurotoxins. But there are safer methods of preventing the mosquitoes from biting you, and which is called repellent action. Neem has been studied very well. I will use neem spray, or you can also take neem internally to prevent you, because when you take internally, the mosquito does not bite you. There is another one, essential oil, Lang Lang. 10% solution have shown to have a 99.4% repellent action against the Aedes aegypti. So you can see that this is very powerful. This is almost close to 100%. Unlike the malaria spreading mosquitoes which bite at night, the Zika virus bite in the daytime. So maybe spending time inside in the daytime may be another option for us. Living in air conditioned areas with the screens will be a good idea. Mosquito nets will be a good idea because it will be helpful to prevent all those mosquitoes to come to you and bite you. And unfortunately, it's also transmitted sexually too. There has been one case reported recently in Dallas where the partner got through the sex. So we are still figuring it out. We are finding it out what's going to happen with Zika virus. Is it the real cause of microcephaly? Now we know it is transmitted sexually too, because the Zika virus can stay up to 1 week once you get infected. And I think after 1 week it may be okay, but maybe prevention is the key. So avoiding the sexual contact if you have suspicion you have been bitten by the Zika virus loaded mosquito. The Zika virus symptoms are very mild, like any other viruses. Has a fever, can go up to 102 and sometimes higher, skin rash, conjunctivitis. So you feel like you're going to have a flu kind of symptoms. And but 80% people does not get it. So less than 20% will have the problems with it once you get. So not everybody out there is going to get the Zika virus kind of symptoms. Zika virus is a newfound virus for us, but in the mother nature it may be there forever. And what made this Zika virus to start creating problems in humans, we don't know. But as a Ayurvedic doctor, as a naturopathic doctor, I have a philosophy. I think something we change in the environment which make these dormant viruses to attack us. Are we doing something wrong in the mother nature? Are we messing up? Are we creating some abnormalities around us, changing the environment, that these harmless viruses starting to be pathogenic for us? We have a big question.